AITA for insisting that my boyfriend pay me for breaking my $3,500 model ship? My F-33 dad passed away and left me one of his last and favorite ship model. I had it on display in my living room. But for some reason I never actually mentioned it to my boyfriend M, 37 of 6 months. Maybe because we don't live together and he don't visit often. The other day he and his friends came over to my place to celebrate his birthday. They got drunk and started throwing the sofa's pillows at each other's. I told them to stop, then went into the kitchen to clean up. I then started hearing loud noise. I walked out the kitchen and saw my model ship in my boyfriend's hands. I rushed to get it, but he passed it on to his friend. And then his friend passed it on to the other friend. I started running around trying to catch it while yelling at them to stop, then my boyfriend grabbed it again. I was so angry I told him to hand it over, but he said I needed to kiss him first. I yelled at him. And he tried to throw it to his friend who tried to catch it, but it missed and hit the wall and broke. I lost it. Kicked all of his friend out, then had a fight with him telling him this was a sentimental item from Dad and demanded that he pay me $3,500 because this is how much it costs. He left, then called in the morning asking if I was serious about wanting him to pay $3,500, and I said I was dead serious. He started making excuses saying he was drunk, and also I never told him about this ship and how important it was for me before, both monetarily and sentimentally, so that's on me. We had another fight and then I hung up upon telling him I'm expecting the $3,500 and that I wasn't afraid to take the legal route if I have to. He kept texting asking me to let it go and saying it was cruel of me to threaten him with the law. He had his friends apologize thinking this would be it, but I insisted that he pay me. I get that I might have got worked up over an item and treated my boyfriend badly, but to me it seemed like recklessness on his part. AITA? Nope. NTA. I don't take new partners or guests on a tour of my home and indicate everything's value so they know what's financially or emotionally viable for them to break. These people were in your house, disrespecting your things, and broke something important to you. He absolutely should be paying for it to be replaced or repaired. NTA. But he is 37? And treats you, mocking you that night, and your possessions like that? You deserve better. NTA. You didn't treat your BF badly. He destroyed your property, disregarding you when you ask him to stop. This is a huge lack of respect on his part. If he can't respect you more than that, he deserved to be single and have $3,500 less in his pockets. Edit. Also, the lame, I was drunk, excuse is a big red flag. Alcohol is never a good excuse. He is just refusing to take accountability for his actions. Edit again. WHAAAAT. I just saw this man as 37. Yo. I was certain he was a teenager or very young adult. Please tell me you don't plan on staying in a relationship with this boy. NTA. At all. Even if it didn't have sentimental value and was just a $3,500 ship model you bought at a store, he would owe you the money to replace the item he broke in your home with his friends when you told him to stop. Don't bend on this. NTA. Full stop. I don't even need to see a picture of that type of model to know it's expensive as hell. I've got $50 Warhammer figures I've spent hours building and painting I'd be fucking furious to see being tossed around like a hacky sack. Let alone a presumably large, intricately detailed model ship. There is no excuse for that behavior, even if the ship was a cheap hunk of plastic you picked up at the dollar store. You said no. He and his friends didn't respect that. End of discussion. He owes you $3,500 and a big-ass apology. He kept texting asking me to let it go and saying it was cruel of me to threaten him with the law. Get your money. Then get out of the relationship. This guy is not a keeper. His behavior demonstrates a lack of respect. Being drunk doesn't excuse it. A mature and respectful person doesn't play keep away with an item that is obviously on display in someone's home. By definition, an item that is on display in someone's home is valuable for some reason, financial, sentimental. It's why the item is on display. It's common sense. Even if you want to ignore the lack of respect, blame shifting, and use of guilt to manipulate you, why would you want to date someone who lacks basic common sense? NTA. NTA. At the age of 37, one should know not to touch another's things without permission, especially if they look expensive and easy to break. With the sentimental value that's at least $3,500 if not more when you count the heirloom status in. That's a lot of money. If he doesn't get his act together, sue him over it. I'd dump him anyways because of the way he is acting about it. Being drunk, stupid and breaking something is one thing, but refusing to be held accountable for it is another. NTA. Ship ahoy. What shall we do with a drunken boyfriend? What shall we do with a bully boyfriend? What shall we do with a loser boyfriend? When he breaks an heirloom, dump him. NTA. A wise store sign once said, "You break it, you buy it." I get that I might have got worked up over an item and treated my boyfriend badly. NTA. I'm not sure where you treated your boyfriend badly. You treated a 37-year-old man like 37-year-old man, asking him to be accountable for his actions. He is an off for not volunteering to make this right without your prompting. And he absolutely should have legal encouragement if he continues to shirk his responsibility here. NTA. They all disregarded you when you said to stop and he touched your property in your home without your permission. NTA. Doesn't matter if it's $3,000 or $3. He disrespected you. He threw around your property and then didn't want to take responsibility. He doesn't respect you. Dump his ass. NTA. It wasn't an oopsie clumsy moment. The guy was willfully disrespecting your property and broke it out of sheer recklessness. The drunk defense is never a good one, especially from a grown-ass man. Probably going to be tough to actually get that money, but you have every right to pursue it. NTA. But also visit some place like a model train store. Those folks are good at repairing. Oof. NTA. I hope you mean ex-boyfriend because this is shitty behavior from a teenager, let alone a 36-year-old. NTA. You told him to stop. If he had tripped and broken it, that would be one thing, but he was actively playing with Cleary, a model ship that was on display. These are not toys. Drunk or not. I once broke a giant glass bottle of my husband's. Not drunk. Just clumsy. By tripping. I felt so bad that I had painstakingly, as it was irreplaceable, use gold-colored glue to piece it back together. Then grafted a picture of his mom on it, as it was his mother's who passed away. Put a note and a gift to him explaining, kintsugi, the act of mending things with gold. Japanese thing. Each piece I found and carefully crafted it back together. It was not the same. But he appreciated it and forgave me as I clearly understood the gravity. He needs to take responsibility for his actions and man up. Also, you deserve better. Sounds like something my ex would do, has done. NTA I don't know any grown adult who would treat someone else's, especially someone they care about, stuff so callously. Doesn't take a genius to know that a model ship is delicate and expensive, and shouldn't be messed around with either. NTA keep copies of your texts with him admitting guilt. What the F? If it was a genuine accident I'd be like, okay, maybe a little bit harsh. But to throw it around? Also, this man is 37? What on earth? Irrespective of the value of the object. That's a really immature and fucked up thing for him and his friends to do. And knowing the sentimentality of the object makes it only worse. Definitely make him pay. NTA. NTA definitely go down legal route if he refuses to pay. Especially when he was such an asshole throwing it around like that. If that was me, he would be XBF. How dare he? I know what it means to have items from parents that have passed on and how important those items are. I have a blanket that my parents brought me when I was born. If someone ruined it like what your BF did, I would be absolutely crushed, and honestly I would see red. Please make sure that man pays you back. Maybe able to use the money to fix it or something. You deserve so much better than him. Being drunk is no excuse.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.